Okay guys, so we have another switch video. I just really wanted to make these videos because I know that some people might need it, right? So the problem that we're trying to solve here is, here I'll show you, no? So this this switch won't boot up, right? So even if I press the power button, hindi yan magbo-boot up, right? However, when you plug it in, you'll see there, no? Lumabas yung power, right? And it comes back every so often, no? Now, if I press the power button, you see that lumalabas yung Nintendo and then it goes away, right? So basically what's happening here is, so the battery isn't able to hold any charge, and even though it's plugged in, it tries to boot up, so it can't boot up properly. So, hindi talaga siya nagbo-boot. This is a version 1 switch. So, matagal na siya, right? So, what we need to do is we need to replace the battery. Okay? So, let's start first with a couple of things that you need. Number one is, this was the battery that my brother bought, right? And usually it's supposed to come with a sticker. Unfortunately, this one came with nothing. It was just literally the battery. But I'm pretty sure we can swap that out for something else, no? So you can see here, the battery that you need is a 3.7 volt with 4,310 milliamps, okay? Which roughly equates to 16 watts per hour, okay? So, and you can see here, no, that it's a 5-pin connector, right? So you see the two blacks, and then I'm assuming this is the signal, and then there's the red, right? Two blacks yan because these are actually two batteries sandwiched together, and two reds yan because of the same reason, okay? Now on top of that, Nintendo requires this very special screwdriver. It's called a tri-point screwdriver, right? It's easier seen here, no? That's what it looks like in the dulo. You need that to remove the external screws, okay? And then you're gonna need multiple types of Phillips screw heads. So this is what I've been using, right? It's the Xiaomi one. And you can see here, Unli screw heads yan, right? But for this one, you mostly need like a Phillips screw head. Okay. And then, of course, for all the cables and connectors, better talaga that you've got tweezers. So I do have a plastic tweezer here. I like to use this, especially when we're going to be touching some electronics and the power is still on, right? So especially when you're taking out and placing on power, I prefer to use something like this, right? Pero kung natanggal na yung power, you can switch to the better metal tweezers. Okay? So in order to take certain things out, right, you're gonna need like this pick, right? Or you can use mga credit cards. So what I like to do is once I've wedged this in, I can place in like some other credit cards, right? Guys, expired na yan. So baliwala na yan, no? So you can use cards like this. And then to specifically to take out the battery, I have a metal spudger here. So you can squeeze underneath and take out the sticker. So, medyo kailangan something like this. Kung hindi, medyo mahirapan ka. And then last but not least, okay, alcohol, right? We're gonna use this to melt the sticker or the adhesive if there still is, right? We use alcohol because unlike water, this one evaporates faster. And it's able to break down the adhesive. Okay, first step is take out the Joy-Cons because we don't need that and it's just going to slow us down, no? Flip it over, okay? Okay, next is we get our Y00 screwdriver, okay? And then we have to remove 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay? And ako, like I think I've showed this in previous videos, right? I have this parang silly putty, and I just have like a long strip of it. So I like to place all the screws here in the order that I took them out. So let's remove it. So ayan guys, we've removed all four screws. You have to make sure that you're using the proper size, right? Because baka ma-strip mo yung screws. Okay, the next step is you've got two Phillips screws here that you have to remove. It's right here by the base of your charger. Okay, so that's a Phillips screw 000. So there you go, no? You can see here, napakaliit ng screws niya. So you have to be very careful. Okay? Now, you go from the bottom, you flip it up. Okay? You've got another one right here at the exhaust vent. So just work on it very slowly when you take it out. So all of those three screws, they're all the same size. Now you go to the side. Okay, you can see here. Okay, we flipped it like that. You go to the side, and then over here, you take out the middle screw. Okay, just the middle screw. And then you do the other side as well. Okay, just to recap the screws. So this one is a little bit wider and bigger. Now the last screw is found here, right underneath the micro SD. Okay, so if you can see that, there's like there you go. There's like a screw there as well. Ito may micro SD, so pop it out. Okay, take it out. All right, there you go. So there you go, no? So you can see that screw. It's right there. Okay. At this point, you have to double check also if there's a game inside. Ito, wala naman siyang game. So it's very simple. At this, you can just open it up. So I started from the bottom, flip it up, and then it just goes out like that. Okay? So, siguro here, pwede mo rin linisin yung unit. Kasi sayang naman, it's already open, right? So you can use a simple wet wipe. Okay. Better talaga ay make sure that it's alcohol based, no? See, dumi. Okay, let's place that aside. Okay, the next step that we need to do is we need to remove this. Okay, you see that micro SD card? We need to remove that. But first, we need to take out that one Phillips screw over there. Not that silver one. Okay, now get your spudger. Okay, and then you can just pop this off. Okay, so this one, upwards motion siya. Okay, so see, it's already detached, and it's like that simple type of connector, right? So you can see right there, that's where it connects, no? So just take it out and place the micro SD connector on the side. Now moving forward, we have 6 3mm screws, right? So you've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's take out all 6. Okay, next step is, do you see this foam pad here? Nakadikit yan sa heat spreader na to, no? So, we just need to slightly pry it loose, because we want to use that still again later, no? There, you see? Pag nakahiwalay na siya, you know, once you can see that it's disconnected from the heat spreader, you can start prying this loose, okay? So there's going to be some resistance when you're prying it loose because, okay, very minor what I've experienced, no? Okay, because there's this like this pink one that's actually a thermal compound that connects directly to here, right, like that. This is the CPU of the switch, right? So you want to clean that off actually, no? We'll replace that as well later. Okay, when I opened it up, medyo this speaker here, it sort of pried off, so it might have been loose already even before I placed it. So just place that back. Okay, so now we've got it open. Siguro I just want to show you some of the components, right? This is the reader for the switch cards. Okay, you've got your fan here. Okay, you've got your CPU, you've got your 2 speakers. These connectors are most likely for an antenna as well, right? And then you've got your big ass battery here. It takes up like what, 40% of the whole switch, no? So first things first is usually, especially when you're touching a electronic device, you want to remove the battery. Okay, so you get your spudger, okay, preferably something that's non-conductive. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so this one, it just goes straight up actually, yeah. No? So let's go underneath the cables. There, see? So it goes straight up lang. Okay, now you've got the, unfortunately, like Nintendo, you can't really like take out the battery because there's actually tape underneath there, no? There's an adhesive. So what you have to do is, since the bottom of this, there's actually a tray, right? That will catch any liquid. You get your alcohol, okay? and then you sort of want to spray it. You want to make sure that the alk liquid goes underneath. Okay, so let's try to get that in there. So typically, for electronics, we like to use alcohol kasi that evaporates the fastest, okay? So you can see the liquid inside. So let's just give that about, swirl it around. Make sure that pumapasok talaga siya. Let's give that about a minute so it can work its magic, no?
A few moments later.
Okay, so it's roughly been about a minute, no? So let's try to see if this battery, so I can feel it going up a bit, no? Be very careful with the battery. So you can sort of feel it going up already. So siguro at this point, we can spray a little bit more alcohol in. Okay, there you go. See? Look at how much adhesive they use, no? Medyo excessive talaga yan, right? Super duper excessive actually, right? But siguro at this point, I kind of want to take note of how the battery was placed, no? So nandito siya. You've got the positive, you've got the negative on the right side. And sort of bends at this point, no? Gusto ko lang gayahin. Okay. So let's look at the battery. So you can see here, this one is the version 1 battery. So it is 4,310 milliamperes with a 3.7 volt, no? Unfortunately, this one, it doesn't come with this parang foam top, right? I doubt that I can even remove this, no? Masisira lang yan, no? So I don't know. Let's see. I don't necessarily think it needs that foam top. So let's go ahead and clean this up. No? So this is what I was saying. No, you can see here that it's actually an enclosed area talaga. So you can really spray and drop alcohol inside of there. No. But what we're gonna do right now is, since I sprayed alcohol a little bit on the outside, we're gonna make sure that all liquid has evaporated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to let this sit for maybe siguro a good 5 minutes, no? So I do have like some droplets left here, right? So I wanna make sure that all of those, without me touching it, has already evaporated. So maybe let's give it like 5 to 10 minutes. So pwede ka mag-yossi break muna here.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so now that that's been dried, so you can see the alcohol droplets that were there previously, wala na siya, no? So I have like this. It's used for balloons actually, no? So I have these double-sided tape. We're just gonna place it at the edges lang, no? So it's easy for us to remove. So 1, 2, and the last one, I sort of want to place it right here where it's easier to access and remove the adhesive. So once again, I don't know why Nintendo had to use so much adhesive. Hindi naman kailangan marami. So let's just place it right there. Okay, so medyo secure na siya. Okay, but before we connect the power back, we're gonna place like a little thermal grease. Okay, so you don't need a lot, no? You just need it to connect from here to the heat spreader. So, around that much lang. So let's just go in reverse. So you can use your tweezers, but ako preferably you use plastic tweezers. And then once you have it aligned, just press down. Okay, so at this point, I just really wanted to check if it can boot properly. We'll turn this off later, no? So there you go. And it's working, okay? So let's turn this off now, now that we know that it's running properly. So you just hold the power button. Okay, and then we don't want to do sleep mode, no? We want to do power options and then turn off. Okay, so now that's off. Let's go back and start doing everything in reverse. So the first thing that you need to do is you have to place this back, right? So let's place that down, no? Now I want to make sure that the thermal paste actually connects properly. So let's take it back up. So you can see here, nag-connect naman siya ng tama, right? So let's place that down. Okay, and then this is why I like to use the silly putty. So you can see that I have all the screws back in order, no? So this is the 6 screws that we're going to place back right now. Okay, so let's just do that one at a time. There. So guys, when you place back your screws, no, as much as possible, you don't have to make it super tight. Okay, so I just like going back to it at the end, no, because baka kasi ma-strip yung screws, right? And then that's gonna be a bigger problem if you need to open up your switch again. Okay, the next step is we get our card reader. Okay, and this one is very simple. You just have to pop that back in, no? So you can see here it has that connector that just pops back in. So just align it, and then you should feel it, no? So when I press down kanina, medyo na feel ko. that it connected. Okay, now let's screw that back in. Now, this one, just double check on this foam pad that was connected a while ago. So you can see here, it's still there, no? It's still properly there. Although it's just not connected to the heat plate, no? But it's better na nandyan lang siya, right? All of these foams serve a purpose. I just don't know what that one's for. Okay, siguro at this point, we want to check and make sure that this SD card is working properly. So let's just open up our system settings, no? And then go to data management. So you can see SD card is not inserted. Let's insert it right now. So this one has a small 16. This one has a small 16 gig. So nakita nyo naman, once I placed it in, this pop-up came. So let's just restart it just to make sure. So you can see, okay, at least detected na yung micro SD card. Okay. So let's just shut this down and let's close up everything. Okay, now before closing the whole system, you actually have to pop out the micro SD card again, right? Pero at least na-check na natin even before we're closing everything. So, get your backplate, okay? Just place it back there. And then, let's just install everything in reverse order, right? Reverse order because this is the order of our screws over here. Baka malito pa tayo, no? You can see here that Nintendo has different size of screws for each and every single one, right? So let's start with the micro SD screw. Okay, let's place that down. Okay, now let's go to the sides where the Joy-Cons are. So there are one on each side. Right. Okay, now let's go up here to the vent, right? The exhaust vent. There's another screw here. And then you've got the two here in the bottom where the charger is. Okay, I'm having some problems. This one doesn't want to screw in, so I'm gonna open it back up. If you don't have a problem screwing that in, no need to troubleshoot like what I'm gonna be doing. Oh, I can see the problem with mine, no? Medyo, I guess because this switch is version 1, no? It's a bit old. You can see the ngipin here. It's broken. So I was wondering, I actually had like these two pieces here. I was wondering where it came from. It came from there, okay? So, like I said, just skip this step. But just letting you know. So at least baka you might encounter the same thing that I've encountered. So yan, would you believe I actually super glued all of that back together, you know. So this hinge medyo nag-deteriorate siya, but hopefully the super glue will do its job. Medyo mukhang matibay naman, no? So I'm gonna fast track through this step because I already showed you the previous steps. Naudlot lang tayo in this. We just got sidetracked with this hinge area, no? So I guess this one is a bit sensitive or fragile, so just be careful with that. Now that we've done some troubleshooting for that, we just have to place in the 4Y screws. All right, we're done, no? So at this point, let's just double check everything. No? So typically, I would also like to, if you go down here to controllers and sensors, I also want to just double check. Where's that? Test input devices. Okay, so just hit all the buttons. All right, so that's it, no? So we're done fixing this. So we're done fixing this switch, and that's how you change the battery of a switch, and that's how you troubleshoot that problem wherein it just does that endless boot. Okay. So once again, guys, if you don't mind, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.